Hey guys, this is going to be another strat video. This is going to be going over a B site take on Inferno for gun round. I suppose this could be used for a pistol round, however, you wouldn't really have you'd have a lot of utility around the map and not much armor, so I wouldn't really advise using this on pistol round, but it does make a good gun round strat. So basically, the map control that you really need is banana. That's all you technically need to do the strat. Usually you want to get a lot more map control than that before you go into an execution. On a site, you don't really see, when watching like pro matches, players or like pro teams going into just like a straight execution where they all just like run and get their nade spots and then throw and execute. It's not exactly the preferred way to play play a map. So basically, say you've got to the point where you want to do the execution. I believe there's 3 smokes for this strat and a couple flashes. So basically, what the strat is going to do is it's going to smoke off the front of sight. Like, this is not exactly what it's going to look like, but I mean, that's kind of the general idea. And then smoke off CT spawn deep, like this. So basically, this is a strat that I believe Fnatic used to run this strat. So basically, it gives you this control here, and you can wrap into construction to take the site from there. So let me show you how to throw these smokes real quick. So the first one, you're actually going to be over here in this corner, and you look up, and this hole in the leaves, sorry you guys if you can hear that, it's my brother playing another game, but if you look up, there's like a hole in the leaves here, and it's like a perfect circle. So you just put your crosshair right in the center of that. It's got like 2 running right through it. Crosshair in the center, left click throw, super easy smoke, impossible to fudge up. Bounces off this roof here, and then smokes off this part of the site. And then the second smoke that you'll need to throw is if you come here, line up with this line in the brick, this horizontal line on the top brick, just walk straight into it, then turn around, put your crosshair on the top of this antenna, so it kind of forms a T, and then you go to the top right of it, put your crosshair on the tip, and let go, left click throw only, and it'll bounce off of the grill, and then bounce back here to smoke off this side of sight by first oranges. And then the third smoke you need to know is you basically wedge yourself into this corner of the car. Kind of, if this were to make a corner, it would be like this door here. So wedge yourself into this corner. Oh, webcam just slipped on me. That was weird. Alright, whatever. And then you take your crosshair, and there's kind of a dark spot on the wood here. If you look closely, you can only see the dark spot from this angle, really. And you just kind of put your crosshair on the middle of the dark spot. At the bottom, it's kind of like on the bottom of the roof. Just put your crosshair on it, and then left click throw. It'll go right over this rooftop. Bounce 1,000 times over here, and just kind of bounce this way and smoke off CT spawn B. So, with all the smokes thrown, it's going to be this one here. Like that. And if you come over here and line up with this, and that, and then this one you come into, this one's kind of hard to do because it's like a little thing you gotta wedge yourself into, and kind of gotta get the feel for it. And throw that smoke. It's gonna smoke this off, and smoke this off perfectly. And then from here you can have a player, probably like the tree guy. The way I like to have this set up is where I have this person throwing their smoke, this person throwing their smoke, and this person in a smoke spot. Then I'll have my entry fragger up here, making sure nobody's pushing. And then my op is usually sitting behind car here, watching banana, or sitting back here, watching mid, and listening for all mid pushes and stuff. So that's how I like to have it set up. You might run a different way, or if you find a different way to run it. But it is good to have a second player up here with the entry in case like there's smoke here and they pop flash themselves through smoke and push. If he's holding smoke, he's going to get blinded from a pop flash like that, so it's kind of good to have the op with his back turned to it. So if they do pop flash, he can turn around and hopefully help the fragger out because he won't be blind from a pop flash. So, but that's how I like to run it. So you throw all the smokes, and then the flashes I suggest are flashing spawn. I don't really see that much in scrims lately, people playing spawn, because most of the time when people do the execute, it's like them smoking off spawn, in which case it just kind of makes that spot useless to play unless it's a rotator. So flashing spawn is good, flashing sight is good as well, and then with the bomb, since there'll be smoke here, this wall, it's good to just plant right here on the stairs somewhere. Then the players who are still banana or your late opper can play for the plants here, because all they need to do is just peek out and clear, make sure no one's defusing, things like that. So it's also planted pretty well for CT spawn. But then usually we'll send 2 people to wrap through construction to make sure they clear it out really well. A lot of times when they see that smoke, if like an op is playing spools or a rifler is playing spools, he'll fall back and then just hold on construction. So that's a good thing to like this webcam is falling over the place. Let's see. Better? Alright. It's really good to throw like some pop flashes for your guy going in. I don't know exactly what the best pop flashes are, but whoops, I'm sure you can figure some out and bouncing them off of stuff. But so that's where this is probably the first point of contact when you're wrapping. It most likely is what it's going to be, and then having people flash sight too is good. Like the person who's playing from over here in tree, they just throw some flashes over and blind those guys as well. So that's the strat. Thank you guys for watching.